Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel today. Today is September 2nd, 2025. I am coming to you from West Central Missouri in a suburb of Kansas City. Big old Kansas City, which is where I was born and raised. For those of you who are new and have never visited my channel, my name is Donna, and you have stumbled upon Fancy Fiber Forum, where we love fancy fiber here. For all my returning friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again today, and I hope that you will enjoy what I have to share. And those of you who are new, I hope you decide to stick around. And I try to talk about yarn, crochet, and knitting. And lately it's all about the knitting. Since learning knitting in April, I learned a little bit before April, but I took a legitimate class in April. And ever since then, I think I've picked up my crochet hook one time. And that was probably back in May. So I've been really steady knitting since April, but with no other craft, no other fiber craft anyway, since May. And lately I've been knitting socks. So I'm going to share some of that with you today. The projects that I'm working on, the projects that I have completed, and upcoming projects that I have planned between now and Christmas. So if any of that interests you, sit back and relax and enjoy today's video. I hope you will enjoy it. So as I said, I am working on knitted socks. And I think I've got a pretty good hold on Crazy Sock Lady's vanilla socks. So I've decided to try another pattern, and this pattern being the rye socks from Tin Can Knits. And I've already completed one. So my plan is, I've already knit my son's pair of socks. I've knit myself 2 pair, and now I want to knit socks for my daughter, her husband, and her 3 children. So I have started on my granddaughter's, my 9-year-old granddaughter's socks, and this is the rye socks. And the beauty about starting a new pattern is you know what all the pitfalls are. And for those of you who agree, there are usually pitfalls for every pattern. This one is no exception. So here's my first one. And take a guess what the pitfall is on this one. So this one has a section of garter on the front of the sock, and it is flanked every other row. Well, it's flanked every row by stockinette. But the garter is only, you purl only every other row. So you have a straight stockinette row between each garter row. So take a guess what you think those pitfalls are when you're going back and forth between stockinette and garter, or purl rows. Sorry, I'm still getting a handle on the terminology. So I'll show you the mistake I made, and I made it twice. Once near the very beginning, once near the very end. And that problem is you forget that you're supposed to knit the last 4 stitches on each purl row. So I don't know if you can see it, but I kept going with the purl there, and on the same side near the toe of all places, there. And I knew I'd done it up here, and I did it again when I was almost done. So, and I didn't do it on the other side. So I will know for sock number 2, which I started yesterday, to be very mindful of those purl rows and to make sure that I knit those last 4 stitches. Because you just keep going. You're in a rhythm and you just keep going. And then I'm still trying to get a hold of how to close up that hole when you go to join back in the round after doing your gusset. I'm still trying to get a hold of that. I watch videos and then I forget what they've done. And, but you know what? She'll probably only wear these. She'll be lucky to wear these a year. She's 9. And she's got an 8-inch long foot. So hopefully this fits her probably for a year before she outgrows it. I don't know. She'll probably outgrow it in the leg before she outgrows it in the foot. But she's got a little sister, so maybe my daughter will put these aside and keep them for my youngest granddaughter, Emma. So there's that one. And this was made with a K&C sock yarn. I don't remember the colorway. I don't have the tag right here with me. I don't even know where it is. But this was yarn that they did. No, this is the most recent. They did 2 launches of hand-dyed yarn. And I think this is the second launch. Yes, it is. I don't remember what the colorway is, and I don't have another hank of it to go look, but it's cute. It's blues and pinks and white, a little bit of white, but it's very cute. And then, like I said, here is my progress on sock number 2 that I started yesterday. And I am so far being very careful. See, we've got the flanking edges of this purl section for the front of the foot. So there's that. And I don't remember how long it took me for this first one. Of course, I didn't work on it exclusively. I think I was working on these. So this will probably take me another week and a half maybe to finish. So there's that. And I have plenty of yarn. I could probably make another pair. My second project is going to be for my grandson, and I'm going to be making him let me grab it here there goes a needle. I'm going to be making the Minecraft socks, and this is a free pattern, and see the colors. So blues and greens. So I decided to dye some yarn again. And here's the color. Blues and greens. So I'll be anxious to see how this works up, whether it's gonna pool or whether it'll stripe. I don't know, but I think it'll be really cool. So I've got 2 balls of that, 50 grams each. Okay, so that's gonna be in the works soon. And then I can't share that because that's going to be a sock exchange. So I have this sock that I made, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. I finished this one. So I still have to do its mate. So I'll be working on that too eventually. That's just a vanilla sock from Crazy Sock Lady. And then I did this one. This is called the Rose City Roller. And it's a fun sock. And I made this with DK weight yarn. And I made it just a little shorty. So I need to make its mate also. And then I'm going to be making a pair of socks for my son-in-law, and I was thinking about doing this and doing my first accent toe and heel with that, but I may change my mind and do all blue because his favorite colors are blue and red. So I may do a solid blue with a red toe and heel. I don't even know how to change colors in socks. If anybody can share a video tutorial with me on how to do that, I would appreciate it. I've not done it. And there's probably a specific way to do that because of the nature of the sock. So if anybody can help me with that, that's probably what I'll do for my son-in-law. And then my daughter, I'm going back and forth on trying color work. I don't know yet. I've got a pattern. I've even picked out the yarn. So I don't know yet if I want to do color work. We will see. So let me put all this back in here. Oh, by the way, I wanted to share these bags. These are the greatest bags. I got these from Amazon. And there are 2 different sizes. This is perfect for a small project. This would be even okay for a hat, but they're perfect size for socks, or really any small project. Mittens would be great, but they also have a bigger size. I don't know the dimensions, but I'll grab the link for where I purchased it because apparently there's more than one seller selling these. I'll put the link below so that you guys can go and look at these. My friend Brandy over at Queen of Skeins, she's been absent for like a year or so, and she's just now making her way back to making videos because she's working from home now. Hi, Brandy. And she featured hers, and when she showed, I think she showed the elephant. See, Brandy, I have the elephant, and I have the rabbit, and I have the sheep. And then I have one over there for a special somebody. Anyway, she has the larger ones, and I told her I have the smaller ones. So, yeah, they're really good quality. They're lined with nylon. And this is a nice canvas with a drawstring. There's a good size pocket inside. And you've got the grommet here that you can run your yarn through if you want. There's actually 2 grommets, one on each side. Quality, really good quality bags. Here's your drawstring. really good quality bags. I highly recommend it. And they're super cheap. The small ones are less than $10. They're like $8. And then the large ones are $10. You can't beat that for a good canvas bag. You can't beat it. And the company is Le Corner. Let me see if I can show you. And that's actually the seller. So if you go to Amazon and put that in your search, it'll bring it up. But I'll still put the link below. So there's my bags. There's my upcoming projects that I want to get. I want to get all those socks done in time for Christmas. And then I wanted to share, I've shared these already. By the way, I found my missing sock blocker. But I shared these, I think, in my last video. And I did finally wash them in the washing machine in a lingerie bag. And they turned out fine. So there they are. Washed them and dried them in the lingerie bag. One of them came out a little damper than the other, so it didn't shrink lengthwise as much, and I don't mind the shrink. It had plenty of room to have a little, maybe ½ inch of shrink in the length of the foot, if that, a ½ inch. I don't know for sure, but I haven't put them on since I washed them, and I don't want to because they will stretch out a little bit. But I love these socks. I just love them. And it's my favorite colors. Green and purple, my favorite colors. It's way more bright in person. And it's just a vanilla sock. And this was a DK weight yarn, so they are a little heavier, but I love it. Absolutely love it. And this yarn I actually dyed myself, and I don't remember how I did it, that I got the color variation that I did, but yeah, I dyed it myself. So there's my socks. Whoa! Okay, I wanted to share something with you. It just fell. Hang on. Okay, here is another Amazon purchase that I just received, and I have used it. This I actually got from Amazon Haul. I don't know if any of you have ever tried Amazon Haul, but it's like Amazon's answer to Temu. So everything on there is fairly inexpensive, and it's all from China. So they don't have any US vendors. It's all Chinese vendors. But I just thought, I'm going to go on there and I'm going to search for knit stuff. And I came upon this, and I thought that it was just going to be the binder to hold your knitting needles. But no, it comes with needles. And so far, I'm pretty impressed with the needles. Let's see, how many does it come with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Comes with 11 fixed circular needles. And it's all in Chinese. And it's that thick. And it comes with a darning needle, plastic, and then this is a crochet hook, and then it starts at a 5mm. I had to measure all these myself because the sizes on here, I don't know if they don't make any sense. So a size 6 is a 5mm, size 7 is 4.25, and it keeps just going up and up instead of down. So we have from a 5mm all the way down to smaller than a 2mm. My little tool would not go any smaller than a 2mm. So there's 2 in here that are really tiny. So probably 1mm. So this may be a 1.5, and then this may be a 1. I don't know. I don't have a gauge small enough to check. But really the only thing that I don't like about them is the bend here. They all have this bend. And if anyone can tell me what the purpose is of that bend, is it ergonomic? I don't know. But if you're doing like magic loop, it really makes it not harder. It just takes longer to maneuver your stitches over that bend when doing magic loop. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if you were working flat. But I like them so far. The cable is fairly smooth. Oh, the other thing I don't like about it is it's got the size is stamped or engraved or imprinted. I don't think it'll rub off, but it's on each one of them and it's a little bit raised. So as you're scooting your stitches down, it kind of grabs and slows down moving those stitches. Of course, I'm a tight knitter, so my stitches are always really tight. So that kind of decreases the smoothness of the needle, moving your stitches down to start knitting again. So those are my only 2 complaints, is the bend and the writing on the needle itself. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to see if it says on here what the size is. Okay, I don't feel it on that one. Oh, I don't feel it on that one. Okay, let me check another one. Put these back in here. Because I was using the 2.75 for my DK weight. Where's the writing? Am I thinking of another needle? Okay, I guess I lied. There's no writing. I'm not feeling anything. Huh. I'm thinking of another needle. Maybe. I don't know. So, scratch that. Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about. Unless it's on another needle in here that I didn't pull out. Anyway, that's a good set. I can see if I can find the link to that as well and put that below. So there's that. All right, my next project. This took me a couple of days. So I have a jar full of Blue Sky Fibers Woolstock Worsted Minis. So here's the tag. And they're just little micro minis that are 12 yards long. Let's see, 5 grams, 5 gram minis. And this is untreated wool. And it is 100% fine Highland wool. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a hot pad and I'm going to felt it. Now, I've felted before. And in my experience, using other unprocessed wools, it usually takes me 2 to 3 washings and dryings before it felts to the extent that I want it, where you can't see through it at all, can't see stitches anymore. So And I always wash it on hot, either with jeans or with towels. And in the past, it's taken me, like I've felted bags before, tote bags. And it's always taken 2 to 3, maybe because of the size of the project. I don't know, but it's always taken me 2 to 3 washings and dryings before it's where I want it to be. You guys, this is great wool for felting because I made this hot pad and I was going to make it 12 by 12. You know what? I should measure it. I didn't measure it before I washed it. So I'm going to measure it here. Looks like we've got about 7 by 8. And I think it had to have been at least 12 by 12 when I started. At least 12 in one direction anyway. So it shrunk significantly. So I wished I had a picture of before I washed it, but I didn't take one. So here's the afterward. There are no holes. It is completely solid felted. And I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors of that wool stock. And my intention was to do rows of these blues that I have and then go back to light again. But it grew faster than I thought it would. So I just stopped at this last blue, which is also here. So this and this are the same. But I think it looks fine. So I have more of this yarn. And I'm either going to double up colors so that it's marled and use a smaller needle, because for this I used a 6.5 millimeter needle. And it says worsted, but this isn't worsted. Let me just show you. I've got a scrap here that I can show you. I don't think that's worsted. That's like a 3-weight. And it's very loosely plied. Extremely loosely plied. You could probably separate that. Yeah, you could probably separate that and get two fingering weights out of it. So I'm thinking I'm going to hold a couple of these double and maybe go down to a 6 millimeter and do another square. It was very, very loose with a 6.5. Very, very loose. But, which is why I'm surprised that it felted so well after one wash. One wash, and it went into the dryer for about, I don't know, 10 minutes. Came out completely dry and completely solid. It was a little wonky, so I blocked it and steamed it this morning. So it's about as close to square as I'm going to get, given the dimensions. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know what I'll do with it. Because it's my first one, I may just keep it and, I don't know, keep it right here and I can use it as a big coaster. Maybe. I could do that. I could use it as a coaster for when I have something cold to drink or even hot. So, I think that's about all I wanted to share with you today. My hot pad and my socks and my upcoming projects and my knitting needles. I think that's about it. And I wanted to shout out Brandy at Queen of Skeins because she's just a dear. She's so sweet. I recommend you guys check her out. She knits, she crochets, she cross stitches, she loves cats, she rescues cats, and fosters them. So she usually puts her cats in her video because they're right there with her all the time. But I believe she's in Oklahoma. If I'm not mistaken, she's in Oklahoma. She's a nurse, and she's just sweet as can be. She's just your typical Southern sweetheart. And I'm glad to see her back making videos again. And she's inspired me. She was one that inspired me to get into knitting because her knitting is really nice. She's making a, it's a Pearl Soho pattern. It is Joy of Color. Is that the name of it? I think it's called Joy of Color Shawl. So if you want to check out her projects, check out her channel. You will love her. You will just love her. So I think that's all I have for you guys today. Oh, I have one more announcement. Well, it's not an announcement. It's just a life happening. Today is Tuesday, of course, the day after Labor Day. Saturday, I will be starting to dog sit for my friend Jeanette and her 5 dogs. I'm starting on Saturday, and they're going out of the country. So now I'm going to be there for 16 days. It's the longest time I think I've ever been away from home that I can recall. So I'm going to be kind of homesick. I will miss my bed. I will miss my dog. I'll miss my son. Of course, it's 40 minutes away. So, if I wanted to jog home for a little bit, I can come home and see my son, see the dog. And because I'm sure I'm going to forget something. I've already started packing because I don't want to forget anything, but I'm sure I will forget something. So I'm going to take all my sock projects. I should get a good amount of stuff done. I considered taking a diamond painting with me that I haven't started yet, but then I thought, okay, it's still in the packaging. How am I going to bring it back home without messing it up? So then I thought, okay, I got a lot of shipping boxes that, are not put together. I could slide it into a shipping box and tape it shut to keep it all together. I could do that. But I don't know if I will. I may do that just in case I get tired of knitting while I'm there. I don't know. This time is going to be different, not only in the fact that I'm there for 16 days, but now she's got a kitten. And this kitten apparently loves yarn and will chew it. So I need to make sure that I keep my yarn away from her. And now her mother has come from California to live with her. And she's going to be staying there. Last time I was there, she went and stayed with Jeanette's brother. This time she's staying there. And I've met her. She's from England, so she has a British accent. She's in her 80s, I believe. And she's very self-sufficient. So it's not like I have to take care of her. But, it's just having that extra person there is going to change the whole dynamic. Because I kind of have my way of doing things when I'm there. And that's going to change. So we'll see how different it is. I don't think I'll be recording while I'm there because she'll be there. I do know that Jeanette's daughter is coming to take her to go to the zoo one day. So I could record while she's gone at the zoo. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll have to take my other stand with me in case I want to record. But, so don't expect any videos till I get back. mid-September. And then 2 weeks after I'm back, 2 or 3 weeks after I'm back, I go dog sit again for my friend Jody, who lives down south near Branson. And I think I'm there for 10 days. So I have to drive 3 hours there and drive 3 hours back. So because of that drive, I need to make sure that my old car is in good working order. So I will be having a tune-up done sometime between now and then, so that I can make sure that my car doesn't break down on the way there or on the way back. Barring a flat tire. I shouldn't even say it. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. But I do have that coming up in October. So that's 2 dog sitting gigs, almost back to back. So I'm not nervous about Jeanette's because it's close enough, but the drive makes me a little nervous. And Jody knows about that. Jody knows that makes me a little nervous. But if something happens on my way down there, I'm going down the day before she leaves, so, worst case scenario, she has to come get me. And then Sam would have to come and get me and bring me home, I guess. But then I have the expense of getting my car towed, which stinks. Anyway, that's all life stuff. So that's what I've got going on. There is really nothing else that I can think of that I need to share with you. I appreciate you all checking in with me today and hanging out and looking at all the things that I've got going on. I can't think of anything else that I need to share. So with that, I guess I will go ahead and let you go. I'm just looking around to see if there's something that I missed. I don't think there is. Well, I was going to share my last printing of Knit Nation, but maybe another time, although it's sitting right here. For those of you who haven't gotten Knit Nation or Crochet Nation, I recommend it. Your first one, you only have to pay shipping. And then I think it's well worth it because you get a lot of patterns, you get reading material, you get games. But the free patterns make a big difference. Some of them are way over my skill level at this point, but I'll have them. And I could probably even copy them and share them with my friends. Why not? So just thought I'd interject that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go this time. And again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a great rest of your week. I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. And till next time, you guys take care. Remember, God loves you. Jesus loves you. I love you. And until we meet again, take care. Bye for now.